That sounds good. Right, doing a sound check on this view and this view and this view and this view and this view. Right, doing a sound check on this view. Seems good to me. Right. Good evening, people. Welcome to those who are watching now and those who might be watching a bit later, as I usually say. Welcome to Midge Makes Super Series, which is Season 2, Round 4 of 2026. 5-minute warning going up from Nana by the looks of that. Yeah, so just getting a few things open on my end. So we got 2 sprints, 5 minutes and 10 minutes, and a 30-minute endurance. The sprints do not have tyre wear on, and they're in this Citroen DS. But as always, it's not an ordinary Citroen DS. It's one that's been modded to the max because full setups are allowed. You can reduce the weight to 955 kilos. I'm guessing it's a weight reduction, probably not that much, but and 346 brake, and you can do whatever you like, aero, wide body, whatever you like, as long as it meets those requirements. So full mod series, as it always is. So I should run down the points, but I believe, although you have points up on the screen, they are not actually correct because there's been a last minute change. So let's have a look, see what I've got. So I'm going to go full screen. So we've got Gear Kayla on 185, and then we've got Dodger on 175 in seconds, Scary Biker 172, but I'm told it's actually 164. Chris on 150, Ricky on 139, then we've got Nana on 134, not 132. Teflon on 128, not 126. So I guess there's a penalty there somewhere for probably Scary. Got dropped down some places, I'd guess. Zoe, newcomer. See how she gets on. She had a completely modless car last time, so that didn't really work. And you can't compete with a modless car. You got to mod the max out of it. Probably learning how to mod over the last few days. And we got Summerus, who's been playing guest driver, and I think we got one missing. I think it's Teflon who's missing today. It looks like it, doesn't it? So let's get that up. Alright, who's setting the pace? It's Gear Kayla. What's he up to in this? You can always tell these cars are a bit modded because look at the rev counter on bumper cam view, and they'll be running different mods. So he's revving to just past 8,250, but Summerus, for instance, is only not even revving to 7.5, so he's got a much more torquey setup. He'd probably find he's running more boost, more turbo. Who's revving high? Zoe would appear to be revving way past 8,500 RPM, and you can see the turbo drops off quick. Summerus is holding it to his red line, but that red line, of course, is shorter. Oh, there's an ad brake running. Oh no, it should be alright. I just need to probably tell. It's good, it's money, but which will go into prizes. There's Nana, but it is annoying for the host. 2 mins. Which it is. But that's alright, I'm not supposed to kick off till for another couple of minutes. That could work perfect. God, it's almost like a Sky TV advert for the Formula 1. Kicks in and then you go pretty much straight to formation lap. Anyway, so let's see how Zoe's getting on. Has she put more mods in her car? This is probably the best view for that. It does look like she's got the skirts and the front splitter, rear wing now, although that still doesn't look wide body to me. Let's have a look, get that angle and flick to someone. Yeah, she's still not running wide body. And I'll tell her. Missing. So she will struggle. And wide. Oh, come on, let me show that. Wheels. So yeah, she's definitely missing wide body because you see those arches, and it's amazing how much more speed and grip that'll get you through the corners. And you can see it's plain to see, flicking between those two cars. And yeah, as I said last time, I'd made that mistake in one season when I kind of entered a bit late as well, didn't get it on, and as soon as I put it on, car was about 2 seconds a lap faster and had considerably less tyre wear, and any driver will take that. So someone is doing laps wise, how much of these curbs is he taking, because you want to take it all and then some. He could have taken more, but he's put a faster sector in there. Gear Kayla is 3/10 up on that, so or 2/10 up on that. Yeah, run right out over that one, cut all this almost to the barrier. That's wide. That's probably not bad though, but so he's about to be slowed down there as well, so it's scary he's doing. Now there's a little bit further else on the track. Quite a peaky car, but not as peaky as some. Have a look at some top speeds. What's he getting to? 153, but really the highest speed point is down to turn 1. Who's behind? It's Zoe. Alright. You might get a bit more straight line speed without wide body and wide wheels. It should do. Should be less draggy and less friction on the road with narrow tyres, but you'll lose all of it and then some in the corners. That's good use of curb by Ricky there. Oh, they can straight line that a little bit more, and straight lining that really does depend on the car. Weaving them straight a little bit. Don't think he's about to take turn 1 seriously. I don't know, he might be trying to straighten the exit on that. Front wheel drive car, quite a bit of power for it, tends to make them crap out of corners, and that's very slidey on the turn. Oh yeah, I can do that. So I think we're probably about to start then. Right, yeah, there we go. Didn't do my keyboard test, did I? Alright, let's get some things on. So, sprint race and reverse championship order. Anyone running NOS? Nana is. And that is it. So go sort of in the middle then. Let's have a look at Nana off the line. Where is she there? Will she use it off the line, get a big start? no, more slow reactions anyway. And that's going to have Dodger, I think, and go right down the middle of them. No, I think it's Chris, in fact. So into turn 1, Summerus has a lead already. Ricky being shoved a bit wide. Not too bad. Chris and Gear Kaylee are side by side. Okay, Kaylee's going past him and Zoe. Meanwhile, Summerus is building a lead already. He's already out of slipstream range. Gear Kaylee, championship leader on this, knows who he needs to beat. And it is Dodger, really. So got a bit of side by side going on. Looks like Nana was looking at the inside of Zoe, but backed out. Summerus got a penalty. Will he serve it here or next lap? It's going to be next lap, but clearly lost time as well. But GT7 gives you a penalty anyway. And Dodger's going to go right round the outside. No, he's gone too deep, that's why. And Kaylee's going to go up the inside. Got to get your braking right for that corner. Hard when you got a draft. And Nana's gone straight on. So Kaylee chasing for another win, but Dodger is going with him. And I think it's going to be all three of them together by the time. Yeah, nothing happening there. By the time they get to the penalty line. So through the twisty section. So a couple of groups. And these lot will follow each other through. Scary and Chris. Oh, Scary's run out wide. Can Chris get up the inside? He can. And so he should. He won't need any other invite. Cutting corners. Looking pretty. I mean, where's Summerus going to drop in? He's probably going to be in between Gear Kaylee and Dodger, I would say. Depends. I think it's going to be a battle down into this hairpin on the brakes at a guess. So here he comes. Is he going to get past him? Yes, he is. So not as close as I thought it'd be. Oh, and that's an accidental punt. He's going to have to wait, and he is waiting. And that's giving Summerus a bit of a break. So, yeah. Gear Kaylee has gone through. Well done. It's obvious mistake, so stewards would never miss that one. They've got Nana and has found someone to fight. Right, so Summerus has a 1.5 second lead. Well, we've got 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minute lap's going to be close for this being the last lap. I think possibly not, actually, given where I picked that up on the lap. So I might get 2 laps out, and Gear Kaylee is already bringing that gap down by a couple of tenths. It's quite a good view. See everyone snake through there. Front 5, because of those penalties, essentially in one battle. Oh, as Gear Kaylee run too wide there. He did run too wide. Dodger will like the look of that, because if it is the last lap, that 1 second, that half second is going to become a full second penalty. Dodger's still out of range though, but he would rather it be an extra lap, because Gear Kaylee will still lose a second, and it will be an extra lap, won't it? He'll still lose a second, and Dodger will have momentum to use on him. So can he get close enough to take any advantage of that? Otherwise we have a bit of field spread. Oh, Gear Kaylee's wide as well. Is he trying to get ahead of Summerus? Well, he can. Dodger's 2 seconds back. So it doesn't look like he can live with the pace of the front two. Oh, Nana's crossed the line. So through the twisty section. Don't think there's anything Kayla's going to be able to do. It doesn't look like Dodger's got the pace to get close enough to take advantage of this half second, which will become 1 second penalty. So I think that's probably the finishing order. It'll be a desperate attack, 2 seconds back. Bit of momentum, but no chance. Yeah. Mate, really? Didn't lose anywhere near as much time as I thought. That was really half a second. He's lost 0.6, and that includes bad exit out of that corner. Wow, that was lucky. Anyway, Summerus will win then. Which will take. Kayla will be happy with second though. Dodger third. Scary fourth. We've got Chris in fifth and Ricky somewhere else on the track. We come in sixth with a talky sounding car. Handbrake turn over the line. So a good win for Summerus then. Quick look at that. He got fastest lap gear. Kayla did that, so that's an extra point. That'll do nicely. It's a 2-point gain over Artful Dodger, who was third. Bit of field spread. That was tame by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. He will quite spread out. That's tame by these guys' standards. Anyway, so now we wait for 10-minute sprint. Everything else the same. Full setup. And yeah, so Zoe, I don't know if she's going to disappear and throw on some wide body. Don't think she'd really have time, to be honest, if she even has noticed. They can hold the lobby up for her, and it takes, if she's on a PS5, it'll only take her a minute to do it if you don't care about your livery. So I'm just going to wait to see what happens with that. This is what cups of tea were made for. Sit back, wait a bit, see what happens. It's scary. He's nicely using all of the track now, isn't he? Let's go on that view. Oh, yeah, you can if you want. So Zoe's not going to disappear out and get some mods. Maybe she ain't got the cash. Seems hard to believe, but it's possible. Alright, so who was running NOS? It was Nana, wasn't it? She get a better launch off the line this time. Will that yellow car go? Same reverse championship order. Go. Oh no, it's even worse start from Nana actually. Real lack of reactions. Anyway, Summerus looks like he's going to go down the inside of Zoe at the start. Can Ricky follow him? Yes, bit of barging behind. Oh, scary. I think he got a little bit of a punt from behind actually, which included an extra bit of push. He won't mind too much, is it? It looks like he might have backed out of that actually as well. Anyway, Summerus leads again. Ricky this time second, Dodger third. Kayla very close. Whoa, what the hell was that? Now, if I do a replay, it won't do that again. That's like, what? Physics. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so Gear Kayla is trying to size up Dodger, who seems to have let him go. Don't know why. I wonder if there was some sort of lag, and he probably thought, as a result of that, because that was clearly lag, I guarantee you not everyone saw the same thing. I saw that. Dodger and Gear Kayla would have seen something else. So maybe Dodger thought he'd done something wrong. May or may not. You'll never know, really. Anyway, Scary is sizing them both up and could be on for a double draft here. So you get Ricky. Has he got the momentum? No, it's probably going to be the one place. Ricky late on the brakes. Too late on the brakes, and he's going straight on. Coming through. That's Chris coming through. So let's get back to the front. So we'll look at that replay when if there's a bit of space and no action. Yeah, even now possibly. Let's go back and have a look at that. So Dodger comes through. It was coming out of the bridge, wasn't it? Under the bridge. It's cruising along. I should have watched that from Gear Kayla's point of view, actually. Get to see what if he's modded his under tray on the car, if he even has one. So Somrus is way out in the lead, but he's got a half-second penalty, which apparently is only worth about 6/10. And Scary and Dodger are together, so again looking good for Gear Kayla. So it's Dodger. I'm going to look down the inside. He is. That was a late lunge and pretty good lunge as well. So did Scary just let him through for some reason? Oh, well, going to go side by side down the start-finish straight, so possibly not. Maybe just ran a bit wide. So Dodger has the inside. Can he hold it? Is Scary going to tough it around the outside? He is. Can he hold it on the track? He just lost a tiny bit of momentum. That's all that was required. Cameraman. Keep watching these two then. Dodger's car going to do some sort of stoppy again? Nope. And Nana and Ricky look to be doing battle as well. So we're going to check the top in a moment, see what happens with this. Don't think much is... Oh no, Ricky's going to have a look down the inside. And is... No, not close enough to get a good enough exit. So we've got... Dodger and Scary are fairly close. Kayla looks like he's going to have his work cut out to get some wins in, and there's a championship challenge. Because Summers has pace, but we're not at half distance yet. Bit of field spread towards the back though. So this is the main battle really. Well, first and second, third and fourth. Don't see much happening with those though. So Summers using, that's about the amount of track you do want to use. He could have gone tighter on that corner. Kayla got it better. Clip that completely. Over that one. Run right out wide. Up to the barrier. Not bad. And cut in from the barrier. Yeah, both could use more track. Oh, that looks possibly wide though. I'd be thinking that was a penalty if that was me, but it doesn't look like it. interior, and that's probably better be. It's fairly groovy, isn't it? A bit like my car, but not as good. So 6/10, getting the slipstream, gap coming down, and still coming down. It's not enough. It's such a difficult track to break the toe. Don't see any arrows next to each other on the circuit map. You can keep watching this. Might as well go on board. So that's a lot of curb. Looks like they can get over those little sleeping policeman things, eh? Oh no, you can't. Well, you can, but you get a penalty if you do. If you take too much, and he took too much. It's a shame. That's looking like quite a close battle, that. Trouble is, that corner you tend to know you got it wrong and you can't do anything about it. Oh, Summers is going right out there. So he obviously doesn't know. Kayla's got a 1.5 second penalty. I don't think he can. Oh, my controller's not working for looking back. Why is that? It's doing that though. But anyway, I wanted to see if he could see from his point of view. That was strange. Why didn't that work? But he'll know now anyway. Now it's up to 2 seconds. Take fairly considerable mistake. What's going on now? Oh, that's lag. Dodge is clearly getting a lag issue. So Kayla has got the fastest lap though, so he won't be too disappointed. Again, he's managing to haul that lead in a little bit, but 8 minutes, so it'll be 2 laps from here. Summers set in a faster sector. Seeing the different lines. Both using tons of that exit curve. It used to let you run right out to the wall, and then they changed it, and it caught out like every GT player who played the track again, first time. You can be sure of it. Oh no, not an ad. No. Go away. So, on to what will be the last lap. Loads of track use, exit curb being used there by everyone. Can Summers argue Kayla is going to get fastest lap? Dodger looks like he could be with a shout. He's only 3/10 off it. Yeah, loads of field spread. Track that's usually really good for racing because it's so hard to break the toe, but we've actually got a really unusual amount of field spread. Oh, another penalty for Kayla. So it's definitely race over. How far back is Dodger? Oh, he's not close enough. Fairly consistent on lap times. It's not too bad, but yeah, not fast enough. So Kayla does have the speed. It's much more consistent for Summers, though. Actually, the last 3 laps. That's where you need to be. So consistency beats fast and slow. Always beats fast and slow. And Zoe has crossed the line. And Summers will take another win. And Kayla will take another second. And I should think another fastest lap. I don't know, that time's coming down. Yeah, it will be. Did improve, but not enough. Dodger do anything? No. All putting fastest laps in on their own fastest laps on the last lap. We've got Ricky, who's not very far ahead of Nana. Oh, massive amount of field spread. I don't know how much the car setup was involved in that. So yeah, another win for Sommerus. Well done. It's consistency that did it. Well, because no, that wasn't the time when he went over the line, was it? Anyway, 30.8. That was close, but not quite enough. So Giacchino gets second and fastest laps. That's same points as the winner. Dodger third again. Scary and Chris. I think is pretty much everyone in the same order. Is that the same finishing order that was in race 1? I think it might be, with the same fastest lap. Alright, so now we go to 30 minutes sprint, same track and everything, random weather, fuel wear will be on, car will be totally different. I've forgotten what it was running on the splash screen. It was the, I think it's that Maserati, isn't it? If I remember rightly. We'll find out when the lobby gets reset. And then I can have my comfort brake thing. When it happens. And with whatever's going on in the chat. Right, so making some changes to my Discord server, permissions. Tell you, it's like it's not as good as Windows really, and I can't believe I say as good as Windows for inheriting channel permissions like folder permissions. From what I've seen, it does do inheritance, but it doesn't do it in a pretty useful way really. Well, looks like some people testing it out pretty well. Alright, come on, what's going on? Everyone's still in their cars. Oh, there we go. Because I need my moment. Too much tea. Yeah, it is the Gran Turismo S, that's it. Very appropriately named car. 30 minutes sprint. And we've got preset weather on, not random weather, okay. With a time multiplier, tyre wear and fuel consumption is on. Full setup allowed, because you're allowed to mod this car a lot. So it's definitely a weight saving. This is about a 1500 kilo car, maybe even heavier actually in real life. And that's about 400 brake-ish. I'm going by real life as well, not Gran Turismo life. Anyway, hard medium tyres look like the options there. So when everything gets... there you go, random weather has been put on. I might be being heard. Okay, but that should all be the same as what we just looked at. Yes, it is. So I'll do my usual thing of pick a victim, whoever goes out the track first. It's going to be Gear Kayla, so we'll watch him while I go and do some stuff. Right, what's occurring? Looks like we've got Somerset setting the pace again then. So he likes deep forest. I haven't had a look at his livery, that looks rather cool. So he's got a imported decal for his name, good job. Movado, don't know what that is. I like that, and that's quite kind of understated really. I'm going much faster on the mediums. Okay, he's out on the hards though, and he's only 6/10 off, so that's good pace on hards. But what was he on? Lap 7, Summerus lap 5. That's equal tyre wear. That's interesting. Oh yeah, Scary Biker and his Scary Biker logo stuff. That's quite a well crafted livery as well, isn't it? And he's on the mediums, but obviously on an outlap here, so we're not going to learn much from that. I better say, just in case, preempt that. And Chris in the pits, and everyone else in the pits. So again, I think the battle might be between these two. It goes by livery. I am in the Summerus camp, I think. I mean, it's all alright. It's better than the stuff I do. More invented than the stuff I do. Right, so we are in the finishing order of the last sprint race. Any NOS runners? No. So let's stick it on Chris. Go. All a pretty even start. Looks like Ricky might be making a move down the inside and turn 1 on Scary Biker. Other than that, looks pretty 2x2. No, he's backed out of it. So some of us out in front, and we've got Gear Kayla, Dodger, Scary all together, but not all on the same tyres, different strategies. Okay. All using all of the track. And still looking pretty nose tail. That's like Dodgers.
Scary thumbs up.
Scary has a fan. Whoa, that was a big slide in his usual style. And that has let Ricky close up a little bit as well. So other than that, we're fairly single file. 7/10, and Summers is just outside the slipstream. So crucial on this track. Can he stay those 3/4 of a second ahead? He needs to be out of this hairpin. And Gear Kayla is on the hard tyres and hasn't quite got the traction, so he's not going to be holding that slipstream. So Summers and the mediums, hards. Oh, Chris. Now, what happened there? That's a strange place to lose it. No, he was alongside Ricky, but if there was a bit of contact, that was a really weird place to go into the barrier there. It's put him right at the back, and he's still at the back. So someone else has extended his lead, and Kayla's getting a bit of a swapper on there. So I was saying, so we've got mediums, hards, mediums, hards, mediums, hards. Good mix of strategies then. Got to run both tyres. And these two on the same strategy, different strategy. So we've got hard versus medium. So Scary should be able to send this down the inside quite happily and get better traction out of the corner. And Dodger isn't defending it, but leaving him room, and he's gone deep, but he's going to have a good exit as a result of that, and that's pretty good tactic if he can hold it. No, he can't. I think he's lagging. Thought he's going to spin out like Chris did as well there. So Summers puts in the fastest lap. These two won't be yet. So Dodger having a look. Probably doesn't know what tyres Scary is on, so all he can do is fight him. Gear Kayla's lost loads of time, hasn't he? Yeah. Wasn't he running? He was running second, wasn't he? I missed that completely. Anyway, he must have gone so wide somewhere. I just didn't see him at all. So we've got Chris coming back up through the field. Has a very sideways Zoe to deal with. Good sideways, bit of lag. GT7 stuff. They're both struggling to keep it straight going through that corner. Nice. So Chris goes down the inside, but he's able to cut it, and Zoe has had a better exit, but see, it looks like they're kind of bumping and barging like a public lobby, but you know it's lag. Yep, Chris has got through and he defends the inside. Just needs a good exit. Yep, and does. And then is just watching on. So Summers, I'm sure people like Scary, Dodger and Gear Kayla will know from the lap time that he's set that he's on the mediums. Scary Biker knows what kind of lap time he needs to do. And I think these cars get quicker as it goes on because the fuel burn, or the fuel, is quite a factor in these cars, I think. From 4 looking spread to strategy, so I think Chris is going to be catching up with Ricky then. See if he can make a good move. Strange way he lost it though, coming out of that fine. Well, it wasn't. Is it a corner? Sort of. Obviously is in these cars on the hard tyres. He's got an indicator on as well. He probably hit that when he did the spin. Didn't realise. Panic. That sort of stuff. So going down the inside. Having a cautious look. Ricky giving him plenty of room, but has managed to hold on to that. At least through this corner, Chris doesn't lose it there again. Ricky has submitted. Oh no, has he? Well, the battle's not over yet, but it will be a breaking duel, and Ricky's gone in deep. Can he hold it? No. Chris is going to switch back on. Switched the wrong thing. He had a twitch. I was trying to follow the twitch and followed the wrong car again. Right, so Samaras has got 3.1 seconds, so yeah, scary. Yeah, see, they are going faster. It's taken 3/10 out of him on that lap. I think it looks like he might be 2/10 down on this one, I'm guessing. And Dodger is being caught by Kayla. Chris is leaving Ricky quite comfortably. Yeah, oh, well, there's been a mistake there as well. I think only a kind of bad exit or bad entry mistake. So twitch. Oh, not there, it wasn't. Then he lost a few, about half a second, doesn't he? And that's going back up and then coming back down, different techniques. And yeah, Kayla hasn't had a great lap. Maybe he's doing some fuel save. I'm guessing fuel is going to be more of an issue than tyres on this track. It normally is. And there are differences starting to appear on the fuel and tyre wear. Good angle. But there's only 2 cars to go through on it. So girly Zoe has got massive tyre wear. I was about to say because she isn't running a wide body. Let's see if I can tell. So looking at that wheel arch of Ricky's car. Yeah, I don't think that's wide body. Doesn't look like it to me. Tell from the front. No, not with the headlights ablaze. So I don't think that's wide body. Judging by how much that rear wheel arch is sticking out, it's not, is it? So that is what I mean about massive, massive tyre wear. It's not only slower by something like 2.5%, even 3% of a lap, which is, depending on the track, a couple of seconds, you get massive tyre wear. So she's on the mediums. Oh, Ricky's had a spin. And he's trying to get it going. Was that just on power? He's got traction control on. Cuts across that curve. Whoa. Is this car really that on edge? Even that little corner. Let's put Zoe actually in range of him, but it won't matter much because... Whoa, is that... Actually, I think she's going to wait there. I think she would have got away with that. That's going to be a big wait as well. Nana is probably going to... Because she's going to have to wait if she's decided she's done that wrong. I think she could have held it, to be honest. Because Ricky's going to take ages to get going. Stewards will decide. Back to the front. Yep, see they're going quicker as the fuel comes down. And Scary is dropped quite a bit of time there actually. and does have a little bit more rear tyre wear by the looks of it. Dodger has caned his fuel, but I'm guessing you don't need to worry about fuel saving on the hards, because I'm guessing the mediums are going to do a lot of laps. Well, not a few. Don't have the wide body on, but for any other reason. I'm just looking at someone there, even Nana, who's obviously not getting quite so fast around the corners. Oh, 1 second penalty. What was that for? Lost a lot of time as well. I think I'm going to do a replay yet to find out what it was. You're going to find Scary's going to get right up into attack range here. He doesn't want to take it here though, because Summers has switched him back up the inside. Zoe's left. Probably, I don't know, she wasn't. Was she in? Yeah, that's strange. Anyway, could be a number of reasons. Oh, Nana's gone straight on. I want to have a look at these two. Yeah, that's 4 seconds. What happened? Oh, he's already got the penalty there. He's picked that up really early on in the lap. Oh, it's Nana getting out of the way. Right, okay, fair enough. Big slide from Scary Biker. This is a battle between strategies. Kayla is... well, he's kind of consistent, whereas Dodger isn't, but there's at least a lap difference in fuel. So is Kayla short shifting? He is. Sometimes it's torque of the engine, but Dodger is redlining it. So clearly Gear Kayla wants to extend his stint. Oh, what does Summers do in a clear lap? I think Scary's had a bad lap as well. He's out of fuel again. He keeps running himself out of fuel. Oh, he's lost like 6.5. Oh, what was he, about 1.5 seconds behind? He's lost like, yeah, 5 seconds roughly on that. He's in the pits now. That's not how you run a strategy. And yeah, Dodger has come in as well. I thought he must have come in. So he got that right, 1 litre. Well, some would argue no, it should be 0, or between 0 and 1. Full tank. Scary in a full tank. Oh, 3 second penalty, across the line. I bet it's on the exit as well. Thought I saw... oh no, it's Summers on his own. So, fair amount of tyre wear. That he's got that extra lap out of the mediums, which Scary didn't. But it was fuel limited.
Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, he's not cheating. Can't cheat like that in GT7 anyway. So, he's in the pits. 3 litres of fuel. Could use a little bit more. Get Kayla, is he going to do an extra lap? He is. Is he? Is he? Yes, he is. So he's strung out his strategy by a lap. So Summers will be doing basically half the race plus a lap, possibly, on hards. It's Scary. He had a 3 second penalty, which is probably why Dodger is right on him, and he's on faster tyres. They're all going to come out together, I think. Oh, no, not. No, Summers is not the same. Way ahead. Oh, that's a skim of the wall. That can be a penalty. So, mediums versus hards. don't think either of them run VR, so they probably know who's on what tyres, so that's a nice safe move up the inside, despite it's skimming the barrier. Scary hasn't given up on it though. Chris is in the pits as well. Oh, that's a horrible graze of the barrier. Just sucks all your speed away. This car is really a handful, isn't it? I mean, it's sliding and spinning those wheels up every corner. Get Kayla's in, that's more like it. Zero fuel. Don't know if he ran out of fuel on the way in though. So somewhere else on the alternate strategy should go ahead. Yeah, Get Kayla's not even taking on fuel yet. So it's about how big his lead's going to be. Dodger is coming round last corner. And we'll go ahead, and so will Scary. So Kayla's strung that out for a lap. He started to take a full tank of fuel. So do you have to fuel save to get to halfway, past halfway, and that means that you can then go full tilt. On the mediums, he's still short shifting. Right. That's really tight then. And drifting as well, quite nice through there. So a quick recap of the lead. So, the front lap. So we got Thomas with a 10-second lead, 27.2 and 54.4 on those in and out laps. Right, well, Dodger we don't know yet. Oh, and Scary's picked up a second penalty as well. Where was that? Oh, did he use too much of that green strip? I think he did. Yeah, that's the stone wall penalty in this track. You can use a lot of that green strip, but not all of it. So Kayla is going to go down the inside because of that, and Scary's not going to fight it because he's in the hard tyres, and Kayla isn't. So lead at the front is coming down. So these two should end up meeting each other. Or could well end up meeting each other, depending on how their speed goes, obviously. Kayla's going deep, and Scary's almost following him. The trouble is, fighting that is only going to cost you time anyway, so there's just no point fighting it. Chris on his own, Ricky on his own, and on his own, some people out. So down to 8.7 from, what was it, about 10.4. So in the 26s, not short shifting, so he thinks he can get to the end on that fuel, clearly. Red line 5th, yeah. And I think Dodger's revving it out as well. But Dodger, surely he's not making that on that fuel, is he? Third of the race, no, he's not making it on that fuel. He's going to have to either splash and dash or have a look at his fuel gauge, his predicted laps, because I don't think he's going to make that on that fuel. Sommerus is in. Oh, interesting strategy. So he's decided he's going to just do a couple of laps on the hards, get rid of them, get back on the softs. So top up with a tank. Maybe not even that, and get out on the mediums and go fast. Well, he's already got fastest lap, so he's not doing it for that reason. That means Dodger, new leader, but there's no way he's making it on that fuel. He'd have to drive a couple of laps in one gear, in top gear, to even have a hope of doing that, I think. So I think then really the battle is between Kayla and Sommerus. Sommerus, I think, has done a good strategy call there, because Kayla's not going to have fantastic tyres by the end of the race. Somers has a tad more fuel, so he can red line and rag the hell out of that car. Scary Biker's been in for fuel as well, and medium, so he's trying the same strategy. Okay. Is that just like convergent evolution? Just two people just had the same idea, or have they been working on a plan? We'll find out. Working together on a plan, that's what I mean. So Ricky is soldiering on. Has he been yet? Lap 7 would suggest yes, but he did have that issue, that spin, so. Chris is on the faster tyres, he may well catch Ricky as well. So we should have a few scraps building here. So we've got 25.5 to 25, well, that's pretty equal pace though. And Dodger's running track, now they're both running traction control, so they're both probably going to save their tyre wear slightly on the rear. Somers isn't. Brand new tyres, fuel looks pretty equal apart from Dodger. He's going to have to splash and dash, he has to, which is going to put him right back with Scary Biker, isn't it? 29 seconds. Or was it about 25 for a pit stop? But splash and dash will be short. So the gap is coming down on this lap. So we got on lap times. Over the line, 25.9 plays 24.8. That's significant. Versus 24.6 on fastest lap. Somers improves on his fastest lap. Scrolled off his lap history, but he did have it earlier, I think. Scary Biker is going to come through. Having 25.9. That's Chris. Chris is going for Dodger's coming up to lap him, and he gets out of the way. Well done. Kayla will be next. He should get him on the straight. So, but I don't think Dodger lost hardly any time at all there. But Kayla might get a slipstream bonus though. Not here, but no. I think looks like Chris is already indicating to say pass me. Or he's just hit the indicator button on a spin. You're never too sure. He's getting right out of the way, so Kayla won't get a draft advantage. So the gap's kind of equalised around 3 seconds. Line 25.9, 25.3, 25.0. So I think it's this gap we need to see really. Kayla versus Somers, who is going quite a bit quicker, isn't he? So I think it's that gap, second to third, which I think is going to be first and second. It's the one you want to look at. Quick go through the field, see where everyone is at. Yeah, Chris is now, of course, lap down. Ricky's only 12 seconds, but we'll see on the mediums. Fuel doesn't look good for Ricky though. And then on the hards. So yeah, Dodger is going to get, what, one more lap? He's still not short shifting, so he's probably looking back to Scary Biker, isn't he? Battle for third. Yeah, he's in already. Didn't even do an extra lap. Is he going to change tyres or not? So we need to look at where Scary Biker is, and he's quite some way back actually. What's the lap times? Mid 25s, high 25s. Yeah, Scary's kind of there or thereabouts, isn't he? Dodger is coming out of the pits, and Scary has the whole start finish straight to go. So, but better tyres. Back to the front. Oh, good, Kayla as well. Yeah, okay. So that lead come down about half a second, doesn't it? So he's into the 24s now. Yeah, Kayla couldn't quite snatch that fastest lap off Summerus. And he's in the low 25s, so it's looking pretty safe then. It's going to be 4 minutes. 2 laps at least. 3 probably. So what I want to look at is how much more pace Scary Biker might have over Alpha Dodger. Him spinning those wheels up coming out that corner. Scary will definitely do that. Oh, Ricky sort of almost getting in the way. Not quite though. So now what's Nana going in? Oh no, I thought she was going in the pits. She's getting out of the way, get Kayla. I think that might cost him a little bit of time, but not too bad. Oh, and Summerus on the fastest sector. Fuel is the most important factor on these cars, more than tyres. Yep, getting out of the way. Yep, so this gap is going to increase, I think, lap time comparison. Oh, no, maybe not. So what's Dodger doing here? He's doing a 29.1, really? That's a really bad lap. So he's lost loads of time. .6 seconds. This is hovering around that 6 second mark. So Summerus looks like he's got this done now. It's only going to be a mistake. 5 seconds is roughly a bit of a spin, so he's kind of got a pretty major-ish mistake in his pocket. But it's about watching the laps play out now, isn't it? So one more lap. Yeah, I'm okay. Coming down a little bit, but not enough. So it's like Kayla, as I would say, has that spinning hand. Both running out of fuel, but nothing more to it. Dodger and Scary have plenty because they splashed and dashed. Chris is I had that issue at the start, done about a minute behind and half a minute ahead. Oh, Ricky's crossed the line. He'll be 6th, then he'll be 7th. It's just a matter of watching out the last corners. Caleb probably cruising at this point, but he does need to make sure he doesn't run out of fuel though. Yeah, lifting coast and that last into that hairpin. Don't think Summerus was though, but he obviously knows he's got enough fuel to redline it now. Oh, pretty tame racing there, really, all three. Must be the track. I'm sure it usually constitutes close races, but anyway, Summerus does a spin turn, or sorry, handbrake turn at the end. Dodger will complete the podium. Well done to him. Strategy didn't work. Had him leading for a bit though. Likewise for Scary Biker. And I wait for Nana to come round. With loads of fuel in the tank. Really struggling to get out of that hairpin. There's loads going on with that traction control as well. It's only 13 degrees.
Well done guys, thumbs up.
Gets
See
chilly.
you all next week, thumbs up, checkered flag, checkered flag.
Yep, so well done. Let's have a look at the results. So a couple of people disappeared. So Gear wins. And Summerus second with fastest laps, Dodger third. So that lead he's got for Gear in the Championship will have extended by a few points, not loads. Scary fourth, Chris fifth. Yeah, I think it's a very similar finishing order, isn't it, to the sprints? So these guys will be on the same time next week. Not so sure if I will be, because I'll be at home. I will take my PlayStation with me, but don't know. Depends what I've got to do and how bored I'll be, if I'm allowed to be. But anyway, they'll be on 8:30 Thursday, and then maybe see you there.